the Abbey. Ene kafyuke ko bamuli manyache mulimba. Morning Remy Lewis. Mr. Cafero. Good morning. Good morning Dennis. You share with me on WhatsApp, Dennis. I have no problem. You send the video on WhatsApp. Good morning, Antonio. Good morning, William. My number is in the channel description. Yes, Bombo Road Abbey. My number is in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, today good morning Brian, good morning Lemon. So on Wednesday I'll be sharing the story of how we bought 2 cars on the same day. What I learned about that experience and what I think you should be learning about it. So, was it a Friday? Yeah, we went, 2 people called me at the same time on the same day, on Thursday evening. I was very, very busy, so I mixed them up. I didn't know who was who. So one of them actually sent me some money on the phone. I thought it was the other. So in the morning, another one calls me and WhatsApps me and tells me I'm setting off from Ginger. I'm coming. I say, okay. So I think it's the other one that sent me money. And in the morning, I pick up this guy and I start the conversation of the other car, only to discover that the person I'm talking to is a person that is meant to buy another car. So we start the search, and halfway the day, the other person also calls me and says, hey, Arthur, it's me who sent you money. So I found a way of making sure that they both got cars on the same day. And mark you, all these guys found their own cars. I did not find their cars. So yeah, except normally what I tell you, if you find good cars, we come and inspect. So one of them bought a Noah, the Noah that is on hire purchase for Antuchita credit. The other bought a Harrier. They bought it cash. So the story is on for Wednesday. Wednesday, tune in to the live broadcast, and you will know the entire story, and you'll know what I learned, what you should learn. Yeah. So that will be Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Market Tuesday. We are going to learn. We are going to market, and we are going to teach. So tomorrow we are going to talk about product diversification, because, well, every business must diversify at one moment. So we're going to talk about diversification tomorrow, still on the live broadcast. So today I want us to be honest. You know, Council Yunus shared his experience of his embarrassing story. Two embarrassing stories. One was the Golf, the other was of the Mark X. For the guys that have not watched Council Yunus's video, you ought to find a way to watch those two. I think there are two videos on this channel. He shares his experience of how he bought a Golf. I think it was a Golf 5. And he ended up spending lots of money in that car, and he ended up almost losing all his money. And the other thing is how he hired a Mark X for 5 days and paid 3 million for it. So that was his embarrassing story. I don't want to repeat it. There's a video for that. You can find it and watch it. I think you can have a video because then YouTube gives me some company. So I want us to share our embarrassing stories. I know some of you guys, of course not all, some of you guys have bought cars at one time. So what was embarrassing about the times that what was that time that you bought a car and you felt, my God, this is embarrassing, I can't believe it's me that has gone through this. So kakati Antonio, Nimba Services Mukwarachi, Edwin Mugerwa, abana nga badduka drone obalabye drone erina omuliro. Lemon body boy. Good morning, Arthur. So I had a GDI. It had a tendency of switching off now in Chivuga. So we are coming from Entebbe to Kampala, Ekisirika Express around midnight. I got rid of it immediately. I'm sorry about that experience. Sorry about that experience. Hey, do you know what it means for a car to turn off? It's turn off at midnight. So what did you do? Mbale boy, what did you do? Our first embarrassing story is here, guys. Mbale H Keys is saying that he had a GDI and it would turn itself off when he's on the way driving, and that this one time on the express highway at midnight the car turns itself off. And you know the funny thing is you be there not knowing what to do with this car. You get it? Like it has turned itself off. Even when you bring a mechanic, he will have to panic a little because he will not, he'll have to first figure out what's wrong with the car. Ajakuba Tamanyi. Good morning, Innocent. Good morning, King Daniels. The original gospel church, good morning. Antonio Chidrone obo chiba chikola milioni za 5 nga weiwa mu Chidrone. What's your embarrassing story, guys? What's your embarrassing car story? What's your embarrassing car story? So me, I have a funny story. I used to drive a Dudu. I've driven 2 Dudus, and in the past I used to think that for a manual car, it did not matter whether the battery was okay or not. As long as the manual car has started, it would move. So this one time, one of the guys, Kucharonga, the woman has to go give birth. And I had been warned about my car battery. So this guy, Ngatuza Mkazo Mumoroka, Ngansimbura Moroka, the battery, so we start the car. I don't even drive a kilometer a day. The car turns itself off. I call the wiring guy. The wiring guy says this car has no problem. It must be the battery. And I said no. Manual cars don't get affected by bad batteries. The guy says because he's an expert. He says let's get a good battery. So we get a good battery put on the car and the car starts. I drive it a little and the car works. It was embarrassing that someone that knows how the electronics of the car work is telling you that, you know what, you need a new battery for your car to work properly. And I'm telling him, no, I don't. And then from that day onwards, I invest in a very good battery. The moment a battery gives me trouble, I buy a new battery, regardless of which car I drive, whether I drive manual or automatic. As a matter of fact, when I buy a car, I change a battery. It's just like that. The moment every time I buy a car, I make sure I have a budget for the battery. So I normally have that battery for like a month or so, and then I drive to Uganda batteries and I put a new battery. Now, why am I saying Uganda batteries? Normally when I talk about brands, people think I've been paid. Uganda batteries have not paid me or anything, but I find that their batteries are okay, very reliable. Of course, you have to keep it in the best conditions possible. Arthur, please share the advantages and disadvantages of Mark II Grand, its current price. There are no disadvantages of that, because that car has advantages only. The first advantage is it doesn't die. The second advantage is if you drive properly, you can drive a year without fixing anything. And the third advantage is that car is very fast. Maybe that will also be a disadvantage, that you'll drive very fast and get accidents. The other advantage is that it's very comfortable. The other advantage is that it doesn't consume as much fuel as people want to make us believe. So that, I don't think I have any disadvantage to tell you about, apart from the fact that that car is very fast. So you have to be very careful as you drive it. Banga table will not look in you. Amina is my role. God bless you too. Good morning, Arthur. I want a Toyota Fielder 2008 or Toyota Wish. My budget is 20 million. Yes, you will get. Don't be picky about the number plates though. In a Fielder million you have here. The other car is a hot cake. But the Wish you can get. 20 million is a budget for a Wish. Good morning, JK. So guys, what's your embarrassing car story? Everyone has an embarrassing car story. We bakubira, we watomerera nga tebakubina bupinga gwa yetomeza, we waswalira. What's your embarrassing car story? What's your embarrassing car story? That's what we are sharing today. You know, it's important for us to let other people understand that we are also humans. That we are also humans. You know, I decided to start this channel at the beginning of the lockdown. Now listen to that channel, I think. So at the beginning of the lockdown, I mwaka sente kanga katono ngamba na ye. Achisunonya HB na. So I call this guy that has connections. It's like those brokers over in Obuti. Naninya bus ngenda mbarara. Agenda azeka. Because the moroka manyi. Naninya bus, I go to Mbarara. This broker had already warned these guys. So you guy abuze ebibuzo. Atuka Mbarara bagayi nga banetegekedde ddala bawulira nga boogera gwe bagambye alina ebibuuzo ebingi. So the moment I reach, bagayi balina obuti tebanzikiza navugamu nga baŋŋagisaswe ngera bwe baakola abannuuwa kibina ŋŋanyisa. So teyali mbi, by the way, it wasn't a very bad car. It's just that natuuka e Kampala emmoroka n'entama, and if you're not careful, these things might happen to you. So I pay for the car and I drive it back to Kampala. It was lockdown period, but I drove successfully. I didn't even give bribes to any police officer that night. So I drive, I get to Kampala, and the car was moving okay. But then I get to Kampala, all of a sudden I realize that there's so much work to be done. I did all that. I did everything that I thought I needed to do. And still, still after doing all that work, I realized, first of all, there's a lot of jam here today. I don't think I'm going to be able to stomach it. Ono jamu wabagagga bajjeke bamutuulamu nze kati sinatuuka leve etuulamu jamu ono wabagagga. Kati fe abamanyi zi shortcut zaffe mwena mumwagala tubayingiremu buyingizi, olabye omuntu akyuka. Oyo jamu sikakuba nnyina amafuta tetujja kunoona nga tulaba kuno kwonoona. Katuleka abavuga emmotoka za gavumenti basigale mu jamu waabwe. Kakati abatakisi we yatomeddeko esikudu. So I bring this car here, and I realized one thing: everybody needs a guardian angel. And so I had this one friend of mine, and because when I'm with people, I try to be their guardian angel. You don't have to hire me to be your guardian angel. Sinza kuleka kola mistake nga ndaba okujjako bwe nkugamba nendaba nga tolina magezi bwe nga nkwesonyiwa. Mulimu abantu abatalina bwongo nintandika kulaba bulabi. So this guy I be with him. Maze okuleeta ekibiina kyange nkibuzeemu nkikooye ngamba kati ntunda. I can tell you people, there are times that even your brother will betray you for 100,000. So this friend of mine betrayed me for 100,000. And you know what's funny is I sold this car very cheaply, and benajiguza ne bagitunda the next day at a higher price. Bamwe emitwalo 10 and nange ne muwaye 10. Okitegera, everybody needs to have a guardian angel, but you need to get a guardian angel that's why I normally tell you guys to pay people. And so namusasula thinking that he wished me well. Nenga munanga emotoka yange yali agisuubuza ng'ate nange nali ngezezaako okusuubula. And when you have someone and you trust them, asobola okukuba wana akalimi nakukuba akalimi. That's why I normally tell you guys, ne bw'oba olina sente zo ng'ozimpeereza siyinza kuleka kugenda na makanika yekka. I have to be there because normally I'm the guardian angel there. I make sure you make the right decision. For the guys that have been with me normally, in the body and I see the things going on. Why I do that is because, or would be during the time that you don't expect it to happen. So I felt very, very embarrassed. Then all of a sudden never sell. That's why normally when someone tells me that I want to sell my car, I tell them, take your time. Touch papiram. There will come someone that never nakutokota batya. Omuntu agenda kuveringa emoroka yakolaki ajagala. When I see someone and they are panicking, finding a way to sell this car, I will tell them, you're panicking, you're going to make a loss. These are things that people will not tell you, even when they're making like a 50K. So, of course, this dude, that experience and other couple of experiences, I realized that he wasn't really a friend. So, and of course, that's what he did, and those other things that happened don't make him a bad person. They just make him a person. That's because that's humanity. But with that car, that Shibina there, it was a really big embarrassment for me. Okay, embarrassing stories. Emmotoka enkadde yatulabisa in the Kampala road. Imagine in the middle. It was a Primo Ordinary. The engine switched off because of wiring problems, and people will not help you to push. They think you don't want to buy fuel. Matuka Kasangati road is not a very good road. It's not. Actually, in the name of Piseyo, because I know this shortcut that leads me directly to Tula Road. Tula Road. So for the guys that live along Bombo Road, I think the worst mistake you could make is to set off from home at 7. Akaseera ako jam aba mungi nnyo nga bw'omulabya, and that jam goes all the way. That jam goes all the way. I think jam starting at 7 a.m. is everywhere, and it's just like that. Yes, and agenda bwato all the way. And amanyi tuli. The other embarrassing story is I had a golf polo. Tugenda okulena Matuka. So we went. The car was moving very well, but nange golf. You people, you think Volkswagens are on. So we drive properly. We go pick up people that were going to help me pick up. We drive that car, and it dies in Kawanda. So we leave with it. The other person goes to pick his own car. He drives us. We go. Then we come back and we pick up my car. Yaita kuline kubenge mias. That time I was still living in Kasanga. It was beating bullets. Kakati mweba guy inojendi mwena temumanyi yo. Era bali mukusala jamba abantu bonna bayisena. This is not a road that everyone knows. But when there is a lot of jam, this road helps you cut the jam. If there is anything that you would want to do for your family as you grow up, try as much as possible to build your home in an organized environment. I'm not saying this is disorganized, but it is. You see this environment? Ozimbe nyumba noba ng'olina kupakinga wa neighborwo. Lwaki? Kuba gwe tolina kkubo. This environment ne bwe banazimba ekkubo ne balikola ne linyirira. Ate bwe banakola ekkubo ne linyirira baba balina kumenya ku mayumba. Tugambe ye Primo yazikira Kampala Road in Makati. And you know Kampala people are funny. They will let you push your car. They will let chemva mula njagala na mukadde wange tafiira ku kubo takola ki ovuga kintu kyo. What's your embarrassing car story, guys? What's your embarrassing car story? And you know, when you have an old car that keeps disturbing you, the funny thing is mechanics will never do anything complete. They will not. I remember this one, the last dudu I had. It had wiring issues. And this wiring guy in Kasanga kept doing half work. And the car kept turning off. Every time you had to call him, and you tried to call him to ask him why. What was it? You know, what was it? Wiring. Because the idea is that he wants you to call him every time, so that is the one that works on your car. And that's why I tell people, don't buy a dudu. Very old cars are tricky with wiring in a way that out of the blue. It's like a very old person. They can die out of the blue. So a wire will break out of the blue. It will have no reason to break for it, and which is not something that happens every now and then. Those days I used to drive a BMW X5. Nayenga mpua, I put fuel of 15k always. And one time fuel gets done in the middle of one gear traffic lights. Daniel, I'm imagining the X5 getting running out of fuel. Like, how do you push the X5? It doesn't even look, and those cars are heavy. Daniel, what did you do? What did you do when the X5 ran out of fuel? I think everyone has an embarrassing car story. Daniel, I would not expect you to have an embarrassing car story. What did you do? Mine, it was about a battery. I went to meet my baby muchibina Corolla muchalo. Atenge ngachiro. Remember ngenze kwera and the car failed to start. I thought on the 2009-2010 RAV4 bond. I'm not sure about the bond price, but the RAV4 has always been a very reliable car. Your RAV4 sigina ko busibu ya dinaka. RAV4 chinono chisenyi kati wano nema tekiriza kuzimba muna yaba yaye bazimba muda. Ibagara kumanya. Agoma yumba. Ate on the right, you extend on the right, people have built houses here. Tebagala kumanya. Naye kakati no bozimba musiji gwina kuba kwa mayinja. Ate olina okuzimba cement oli azimba mu kisenyi. The waterproof cement. Ate no mano okatamu waterproof chemical. Because amazzi tolina bwogewala ne bwoba oyagala otya. Nzolaba. Omusana gwaka naye wano tewakala. Because that's the environment. The RAV4 2009-2010 is a very good car. You just buy and forget about all these reviews that we get online, because I've seen people that come to me with Google reviews. Let me tell you one thing: the cars we buy here are Japanese cars. The Japanese people don't publish the car problems online. The problems that you normally read on Google, Musimanya, the car overheats, Musimanya, the car has this. Those are reviews made by people from the UK, the US, Canada. Those guys have their own factories. Like the British, they have a Toyota factory. The Americans have a Toyota America. The Canadians have a Toyota Canada. That's their version of Toyotas that has those problems. Eza Japan is because they are guys that drive Dubai. But for Japanese made Toyotas, their reliability is top of the game, top of the line. The problems the car will have in a winter country are not the problems it will have in a country like Uganda, where we are in the tropics. You back at tropics, you get the cake, and you get also tropics. We have a tropical climate. Kawanda na Chesanja sebo nyina ya makeyo galekera abapangisa Antoni galekera abapangisa ugende ekira galekera abapangisa ugende oyinza okuba naye nga olina kyensanga naye nga olina ya oli mu organized environment naye environment si mu bubi bannange baggayi en environment ebulamu organized kikakugenda ennyumba yino ya buvunaanyizibwa naye wantu weeri mwe kati ffe tulina okwegamba ffe ng'abantu labono nyumba ono yagiva namu basimbawo bimuli kati tulina okwebulira because bwe tutebuulire if we don't tell each other what is not good we may not know. This environment should be for business, should not be for your kids to grow up in. Nze nkubuulira eno muteke ennyumba z'abapangisa ne bw'otuuka okuzimba amaka simbe mufechi organized ochitegera kati in a place like this you would get very good rent money. Actually the homes that are here that have gates zivanoziziva nze Antonio nkugambye agamaka gafule roji ekupe sente ogenda ozimbe in an organized environment. Kati this place cannot miss being crime infested. That's one thing I can tell you. So you raise your kid in this environment, they will definitely adapt to bad manners. Not that this environment doesn't have people that come out nga balungi, but we both know, we all know kino kisenyi pure. Kati zina nyumba zeno jejekeze yagamba zino zote zijaweza miaka kikulu. Of course yange in 100 years jawa teriko na yiba hapa zino 100 years jaba good. Embarrassing stories. What's your embarrassing car story, guys? What's your embarrassing car story? Of course, I know we have all at one time at least nadala favavga kumoro kenkade. We have at least at one time had a bunch of tires that will deflate. And it's not until you wake up no gamba no. But I'm going to buy new tires. You keep having those problems. You keep having those problems. Which take it. Kati wano tuyingide maganjo by the way Antonio. Makapu gali maganjo gali kawanda. In these Ugandan roads, babu no design enungi. Olabye obuduuka. One day it was my friend's birthday. I know saying the rear wheel drive is not really a disadvantage. The rear wheels give it even speed. It can go very fast. One day it was my friend's birthday and we owned a Corona Chienje by then. As we were going through Chibuya traffic heading to the reception in Machi. Ikyekyagira abantu baduka jamu baabo omuyinza olowooza nti nzeze kadduse jamu ateeka okuba gyali akutte naye of course ndi muka SMF yabwe tenkwatako ne Arthur you didn't tell me the current price that I can get a good mark to run nabagamba million 10 around there na wali wa government tamanyi makulu I was picking my wife from their place and the car failed to start due to worn out self-start bushes. My 4-year-old daughter was like, Daddy, you also with old cars. Kale buli omwana w'emyaka ena. UBB. A primo UBB, how does it have those problems? Bw'oba oli ku main road awo kaleko. Naye no n'abalinayo maka govunanibwa kiraka gaabata. This is the area where people buy a plot of 10 by 10 feet. Indiscriminately, you can buy whatever size of plot you want. 10 by 10 feet. The main road is jam infested. You have to be in Uganda for some time to land. Daniel, I don't think you know these shortcuts. Nekakati BMW, mwaba BMW Mercedes Benz, tumina kutuka ku jam. Mwino kubera mu jam ne muguma. The cost kati panga kati omuntu avuga Mercedes Benz 200 wenza okubya no ne cranks ne yabika. And then you end up having problems. And of course even the guys that don't have AC this way don't enjoy the road. Kati fawaina AC we enjoy wano Kampala aganye. Kirungi wasenguse emisana kitegeza land road tababanga. Pozi nga land road yakasuse ebintu ebwe. Yewe aba land road si yakasuse ebintu ebwe. Bababanja. Amanyira, you shift in the evening 6 p.m. That's when you start parking, so that you set off at 7:30. Now I think ate wanzireyo ku main nene wenzira ku main tulabe yagenda ku main tusazeewo kulambula katulambula. Arthur, what's the price of a approved house plan? Nze ndabika nakozesa ebitondo zanga 9 ndabika nakozesa ekinene nnyo because I paid around nakozesa $1,010,000. I paid the taxes were about the money that I took to the bank for the district was about 500 something, 500 I think 560, and I paid the architect 500,000, and my plan was approved. So it should not go beyond 1.5. Should not go beyond, depending on where, of course. That was what you saw for me. If you're in Kampala, I'm sure it's a little higher. If it's Kampala, why? Because Kampala is much more expensive. Even the taxes in Kampala are higher. What's your embarrassing car story, guys? What's your embarrassing car story? And what's that experience that you went through with the car that you own that you never want to go through again? And I know that, but I also understand that we have these embarrassing situations because we did not do proper pre-purchase inspection. And because we bought cars that we sometimes you buy a car simply because you want a car. You want the car, not because it's the right car. There are times that someone comes to me and they say, I want to buy this car, and I ask them why. It's not that I am disputing the fact that car is a good car for you. I'm simply asking you why, to make sure that you have a why. Because there are people that have bought cars like that. Oh, I saw my uncle driving, so I think I should also buy it. So normally when I ask someone why, I'm just trying to figure out, I'm just trying to make sure that they know why they are buying that car, and they're not simply buying the car because other people have bought it, which take it out because it looks nice for you. You see that, like the Dude is a very comfortable car. It's one of the most comfortable cars that I've ever driven. But right now, I would not buy it. Why I would not buy it is because akamoro kakuswaza. The first Dudu I had, I hit a hump in Entebbe, and I was on the road for 3 days. This other Dudu, I tell you to nyumiza na kunyumiza. Sinza na kujikura nebo jimpera bwere. Katukabu kapaso. You see that paso? There is a new wire, I think it's a 2009-2010 model. You can get it around 21-22 million in the bond, depending on the mileage, depending on who is selling, and yeah, depending on the arrangement, whether you're buying cash or credit. This environment here, abagaga abasokandoza bazimba ngeno wala ntwali ebikomera biyitirivu ate tebalina bu plot butonotono. But when you go there below, I tell you wansi, what's your embarrassing car story? In other words, what that experience that made you wish you had money to buy a new car from the bond? And that doesn't mean that the guys that buy cars from the bond don't have these funny experiences. They all do. It's just that the new car, it has to be sabotaged from a bad mechanic. Like the bad mechanic does their job badly, and you end up paying for it. But with these old cars, sometimes it doesn't matter whether the mechanic is good or bad. You'll get embarrassed one way or another. Of course, I'm imagining it's the tire that needs to be changed with this one. Pressure. Hilux. Arthur, that money you paid was low. Yeah, it also depends, but one thing I've realized that majority of Ugandans build 3-bedroom houses because who needs a house that is bigger than 3 bedrooms and for what? So and normally a 3-bedroom house is about 50 by 50 feet, which is the size of my house. And my house is a 3-bedroom house. 3-bedroom, 3 bathrooms, 1 kitchen, a corridor, sitting room. That's basically the normal size of the house. An average sized house. So I know that it was low. I can't say it here because it might jeopardize someone's job, but it was a trick that would work for everyone. You would save money. It was a you can't Daniel going to go in like 6 bedroom. Sit your Daniel. Super custom one day I just buy engine nated and area differential yansum with motor can entama. I know. Ukanike motor no was okanisi. Good morning, Bashir. I borrowed an old Subaru Impreza from a friend and it refused to start at our in-laws after the ceremony. Wow. It depends on the house too, Arthur. Also depends on whether you are using a draftsman person who just uses an architect stamp to aid approval. Daniel, I use a real architect. I use the real architect. I think I actually had 2 architects. But that's a story that I should share privately. Because the chintwe change charimu gamba no go. Gamba no go, but the gamba no go of Central. And my plan was approved they came to stop me from building, and the next day I was building again with a plan. Which also, if your house was a storage and you need structure plan as well as a plan for plumbing and it gets really expensive. Yeah, I used to dream of having a storage house, but then that dream got crushed by I thought, why do I need a storage house? So that I climb stairs. And I think most people have clumsy storage houses because they cannot afford to hire architects, structure, those things that you have talked about, Daniel. Most people have funny looking flats because they could not afford to hire. Let me see. I get here, I go there, I get here, I go there. Ile want to jota kuyita. Kati map njikuwa map zonna zigatana naye kati nonya map tusa. Wenjagala okutuuka amangu. Daniel, most people they don't have the structural plans. They just have architectural plans. Never kubibira ne bagaba enguzi. Enyumba ezimu zirabika na bubi. I think that's one reason why. Of course, it's very expensive to build a flat, but I also personally found that I'll build a normal house and be okay. And real architects are actually very expensive. I use the real architect. You will be surprised. I use the real architect. Yeah, the way I did these things. 50 by 50. I have a 3-bedroom house, way bigger than some 5-bedroom houses. Yeah. And I realize that some people make very big sitting rooms. It's all about size. Yeah, I totally get that. Totally. Of course, Babana square meters. The tax you pay depends on how many square meters your room is. But also, the taxes you pay will also depend on who you know. I hope you know. And I also understand that your architect might cheat or not cheat you, because the architect's fees would be spelled. Because your plan will become much more expensive simply because the architect chose it to be. Or the architect might choose for you to save some money. So the architect I used chose for me to save some money. So, but if you're in Nansana municipality, and because I'm in Nansana, distance, I can give you a trick to help you save some money. If you're in Nansana municipality, it's legal. It's not illegal. It's very legal. So I can give you that trick. You simply need to inbox me. I'll give you a trick. Savings and percent. Spending a million spending like that. And that money is not negligible. That's good money to save. Not just not the main that you used to, but this is still the main road. Your payment to government is about how big your house. Also, you know, can shrink your house to my house wasn't shrunk, it's still the same size, but I paid tax. About house number, I think I'm on a different page, because for me, I get charged according to the size of the house, and it's always depending on the inside person I know. So me, I have a neighbor in the estate that never paid any of those things. That person, the former mayor, knew him. So he went to the mayor, got a cheat. One of my neighbors went to the mayor, got a cheat. So any person that came to him asking him about house approvals, he gave them the mayor's cheat. Just like that, he built a house that didn't have a plan. But the disadvantage with that is that ede nyumba ojiraba teyaina plan. Enyumba etaina plan tebula. For the guys that want to escape the architectural drawings and all that, enyumba etaina plan tebula kati musubira kalineyo yaina plan. Eyo kalineyo ngabo ojiraba yaina plan. Oyateko okuba ina gwe yali amanyi. Houses that have plans, me, I'm going to show you a flat that had a plan. And there is more plan. There is no plan yet. There is no more plan. But houses that have plans, tezibula. Of course, people from a long time ago, most of them didn't have house plans. In Wachiso district, majority of people still do that. But I find that yarupa puleno bakuba mu kitabu kya 96 ekikaline bafuna ekitabu kya 96 ne bakubako ne bakaka tujja kola bwe tuti okitegeera. Can you see that flat there, the one we are approaching? Leave this one. The second one had a little plan. It has some design actually. Enyumba olabira nyumba eyinamu ku plan ebamu ku design eri impressive. It's very hard for someone to draw for you. Designs normally come in later. But the house that had a plan, ogenda okugizimba ng'omanyi buli kimu kirina okufaana. Of course, some engineers read the plans poorly. Nene bwakisoma poorly. you can decide to fix it. No catch, no can't tell it. Or you can decide to use that plan in another house. No zimbi wala. You know where your phone it says one to simbe to simbe even because the house wasn't on plan. Katindi paid baba. Anyway, I paid 1.2 as government approval fees. It's a storied house with 5 bedrooms. Months before we started, I got approval and started building the next day. I was not connected, Daniel. You were not connected. I got approval the day I started building. I got the plan way later. Daniel, wakauli dako. I got an approval and I started the building. But I got the approved plans way later. Because I knew what I wanted my house to look like. I just did not know the professional bits. So this guy just drew the professional bits for me. Have you noticed? Have you guys noticed that most Ugandan architects just do copy and paste? Most of them. Actually, JK, you're right. Most Ugandans do copy and paste. They get plans, they go approve those ones. They don't even do copy and paste. They download and print. I moved around and see. JK, where I agree with you is that houses, your car, and that's how you know that are not architects. They are draftsmen. They are draftsmen. They are not architects. So they take a science. I will tell you that how I knew that this guy was professional. On my house, I had 2 doors. This guy brought 3 doors. Later on, I realized why he put another door. He looked at my plot, looked at the size of the house, and realized that okay, this guy and he put it there. My God, I never got to meet this architect. Daniel, those only that artifacts get as value. The architect that drew my plan, Sam Sisinkana. The architect that drew my plan was actually in China. And kakade kankamune mtwaro mukaga kanfuna architect ngali na China. You guys are joking. Yes, Sam, but I wish I met him. I would have shaken his hands. I know but we take mu nyumba yange nga butono nnyo nenga bobula bugifula very unique. It looks a little ordinary, but it had a plan. It had a plan. But also, the combined plan was expensive. We had to use both an architect and a structural engineer. Architect plan, structural plan, electric plan, plumbing plan, all big. Kakate, Daniel. Structural plan, electric plan ibyebichi. Fe nyumba yimirira noleta kamyofu natema pipe. Of course mukhalina byanjawulo. Neera mukhalina abasinga kati Daniel era wali gwe muvabula ya goroza mukano kalina ka ready mbugai yaina structural plan, electrical plan musa. Wa ono yaina architectural plan yoka. Era kakayumba mukala endoze ngeje kanyirira. Era kanyiridde nga kaina plan. A plan of some sort. Daniel. Goroza mu Uganda wano. Nebo chiba goza mu Uganda bantu bameka social million 12 to have their plans approved. House owners seem not to care too on how common their house plans is. Most people in Uganda just want to build a house. For most people, it's just they just build a house. It's not. I don't think they ever think about I want my house to be unique. I want my house to, because your house in a way speaks about you. For me, I wanted there's something I wanted for my house. before I went to the architect, I had something that I wanted. Ira nange nemukubira ka plan bwe kato kupapula 96 nendumuwa. Nankubira plan yasoka najimpeza nampa ne 3D pictures. Then I said to choose same one. They went back and changed. Ku million emne mitwalo mukaga Daniel, you'll be surprised. Ata unalisi nabana zisa so panda msoro go jukira na. I paid for the government tax the day I started constructing. I finished when the plan was out. I paid the architect. So I had something in mind. There were guys that were telling me, Arthur, 3 bathrooms are too much in this house. Telling them, my visitors come, you want them to go out, but you want them to use my bathroom. So I put a bathroom for the visitors. My kids, I have 2 boys, they have to have their own bathroom. And I thought to myself, why should my kids know when I'm going to shower? Of course they will know, but not like daddy passes with a towel and a bucket. You get it? It looks weird this day and age. So that's how the 3 bathrooms came in. 1 for each bedroom. Which take here. And then I have this section where I wanted you to get abagenyi. Timufuma mudilonga abagenyi bali wine mudano mu section here yokugeya abagenyi. Which take here because I used to see houses where section yokugeya ngati baji planning bulungi. Which take here. For the guys that are Ugandan, you know what I'm talking about. Abagenyi ngabatu dekala abana bange bajja kugeya kubakati. Daddy, when I have visitors, I have to sit with them in the sitting room. But my boys have to go and talk about the visitors. So I put a section for them to talk about the visitors. Have you seen him? The socks are smelling, things like that. There is a big section for that. You have to plan for those things because they will happen. Also, if you have a function at home and there are so many people, that section also functions at the overflow. The people can't fit in the sitting room. We have an overflow area. Yes, I planned this house. Overflow in terms of houses. So kati kumwe musubireyo kaina yaina plan yaina moru plan eyo yaina plan eyo fundi yakuba ku lupapula plan yaki nze fundi yamubuza no mu plan yaki nze fundi mumanyi tujja kukola bwe tutuyite wano. There are some houses that you see nga ne corridor tebaze planninga wekwate emitwalo 6 ebya plan ebyesonyiwenze nja kuzimba ekizimbe kiyimirire. The inspectors abamanyi abajjira ku buboda abawamba wheelbarrow nga yabamanyi basooka okuwaayo 10 gwe tofaayo. When I was in Kasanga, the guys came to me. Nebangamba wakoze ensobi. Wali oyina okugenda mu office ya meya n'omuwaayo 10 tebakutawa n'akuwa cheat. Okitegeera. That's how most people construct. Kati ekizimbe kirina plan kikino. Kikyo. Ekyo ekizimbe kirina plan kwegamba okiraba tekifaanana birala. Ekyo ekizimbe kirina plan. China plan. It are the buildings that have plans. Of course, Katebisinga bitan to kwefanana because what Ugandans do is they don't want to find their unique architects. You find architect one yakubira Arthur yagundi mpe namba yi nogenda njagala nge ya Arthur ayina yobo mwangwirizo omulimu aba achina drawing mu computer nga printing nga ateka ko manyako. The plumbing plan is called a mechanical plan. Jeke buli joli plumber. Haje kanzisi. Jeke mbadde nsaga. The plumbing plan is called a mechanical. Mechanical engineer, that's where you come in. Olumbye jamu okugayaza. Tewabadde jamu Antonio ndoza nawe okirabye. Ministry of Work said that most buildings in Kampala are substandard. And some don't follow the approved plan, even with the cases inspecting the work. And the inspectors eat some command. So the inspectors eat some command. I had to meet the architect multiple times over a period of 6 months. We did about 10 different iterations till the one we wanted. Daniel, I knew what I wanted before the architect. So I was directing him kati wano tulina kolera olugambo tetagawo endabirwamu ey'okweraba Me, I had thought about my house. During the lockdown, you guys, I moved around friends' houses, people's houses, let me say. Kaka na kayumba, bano bebaso kufuna plan. Mukana kanu kakalina. Jeke, you remember what you said that in 100 years houses will not be there? Kuraba kayumba kanu. This is a very beautiful house. Never like Karoni yabatu alabano. Aboloni eteko kuba yabatu ala because the nyumba yawe noti yategula but it's abandoned. Uba nyiniyo yafa abana ne batunda. It's a very hard thing to find out. I'm off-roading. JK, I'm off-roading. No, you use what works for you. Because me, I'm going to move around. I'm not going to office. But you have transport. You finished. You finished. You have. Why don't you use some more? You're going to be paid for marketing. Genda wetonde. Genda wetoneze nga nguddewo kuba sinyina bye sisasula. I had to meet the architecture, okay, but drawing plans in 96 budget books. Drawing plans in 96 books, budget books on Nina. Do you even know how much is in Nakafuna from drawing those simple plans? And it gave me an idea of going back to school in Some. Antonio, that's what it always comes down to if you know what you know. Morning, guys. Hope you had a great weekend. Yes, Mavogaji, the architect I used will never get another job from me. Some plans he made didn't make any functional sense. I at one point felt like giving up on him, but we eventually got what I wanted. Now I want to visit you, Antonio. Section because we both know that family zone era buli wocha manya in Africa here. Good morning, Richard. Please some reminder. Arthur, does Toyota Isis have a VVTi? Yes, it does. What is the magic of VVTi engine over the ordinary engines? Baba, take a video on that. Which comment was held for review and now? I have wanted to ask, can basements work in Uganda? Yes, definitely. Basements can work everywhere. In a basement. Daniel ayinza oba ina basement. I wanted to have a basement. I think I'll have a basement in my next house. God willing, I'll have a basement. So what's your most embarrassing story? What's your embarrassing story, guys? Njagala no basibula. Bana Emma ne Martha, good luck. Emmanuel Kabale, Bukenya Abi, Martha Director, Martha Academy na Mamukono, Remy Lewis UG, Mukisa Emma, Kagwa Dennis, Mkosa Antonio, William Busurwa, Brian Wanyama, Lemon Solomon, Mbale Boy, Beat This Beat, Innocent Mugabi, Mukisa King Daniels, Preacher Joseph, It's My Role, Mwanguzi Kenneth, JK, Paul Banalia, Edrin, Nelson Chove, Charles Nkugwa, Daniel Ranga, Luburwa, Chris Fitness, Innocent, Okirol Solomon, Chris Da Vinci, Bashir, Mugaga David, Atera, Live Life UG, AI Smith Bishop, Rare Ave, Mavo Gadget Center, Benjamin B, Lucky Mose, waliwo no worudasha oba yani oyalabika yali mu spamming Google ezijira. A Puppy's Van Life from USA. Yes, Boda has just crashed into my rear bumper. Sorry Nabong. Sorry. Bibawe ebyo. I have a plan of building a container house, so help me with the price reviews of used shipping containers. 20 feet tezidi mu million nga munana olowooza. Live Life UG high. Tell us about the problems, Harry Ordinary. No problems. There's a moro katezina. Ziba mu Engineer 5S. Ya bidi. Jobo ogule bidi ejo kuwomera. Kube batenywa nnyo ate ebeera okay. Good morning from Philippines. Yes, tulina omugenyi. But olulimi lwe sirutegeera. Nange simutegedde. Yo Google gwe fly. Tomorrow is Market Tuesday. We're going to learn about diversification. We're going to learn about diversification of products tomorrow. Come and market your business or products. I wish you a very lovely day today. Ciao.